Hi BookTube, I am here today to do the end of the year book tag. The questions are like really high up there away from me on my computer screen, so if I'm looking at like a weirdo, that's why. It is officially November, and though it is not actually cold yet where I live, I'm embracing it by wearing comfy sweaters anyways. And so without further ado, let's get started. All of the questions will be posted here in the drop down zone. So first things first, are there any books this year that I've started that I need to finish? So I'm not a big I don't like hang on to books that I'm partially done with. I will just DNF them at that point. But the only book I've started that I don't even feel like I need to finish it before the end of the year because it's a reread and I'm just rereading it for joy and pleasantness. So I'm reading it slowly and really just spending time with the characters when I want like an easy uplifted moment. So the book I've started to reread is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I'm not very far and I'm not in a rush, so this is the only book I don't know if I will finish by the end of the year, but that's not the point of this reread. I've already read it like 2 or 3 times. So next question is, do I have an autumnal book to help transition me into the end of the year? I didn't get to read as many spooky books during October as I wanted to, so I am transitioning over Pet Sematary to November by Stephen King, so it's definitely probably spooky, and I've heard it's actually a great like study on grief. And honestly, a book that like has the same color scheme and everything, just a little bit lighter, is The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. It's book 2 in the Winternet trilogy. The first book is The Bear and the Nightingale, and I really liked it. It was just cozy, wintry, like Russian folklore magic. So I'm really excited to continue the series trilogy, and hopefully I'll finish it this winter. So this is book 2. And it's just beautiful. And she's riding a horse into the sunset. Like, look at those vibes. So between something scary and something wintry, I feel like that's a good transition. And also, I just think it's hilarious how much they look like fairly similar in color tone. Craziness. The next question is number 3. Is there a new release you are still waiting for? I'm waiting for November 15th, The Lost Metal by Brandon Sanderson. It's book 4 in Mistborn Era 2, which I like significantly more than Mistborn Era 1. So I'm really excited to read that, and I'm going to get the audiobook because that is how I digested books 1 through 3 the first time. I read them the second time, they're like right up out of frame right there. I read them physically, but I really love the way the narrator does like all of Wayne's voices. It's awesome. So that's the book I'm excited for, coming out soon. So the next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So the first 2 are nonfiction because it is nonfiction November, and I started off the year reading a ton of nonfiction, and then I've read nothing since like February. That's nonfiction. So I'm currently reading The Sirens of Mars by Sarah Stewart Johnson, Searching for Life on Another World. So it's a cool like woman in STEM and her journey in her like love and fascination with Mars, and then it gets into her her work trying to detect life on other worlds, including Mars. And then also Carmen Maria Machado's In the Dream House, a memoir. I feel like this one is probably going to be spooky in some capacity, just based on the other things that she does right. But it also might just be like horrifying. I've heard it's rough, but I am excited to read it, and I also love the way this looks. Just open it up, it looks like it's little vignettes, so it shouldn't be too hard of a nonfiction read, like little vignettes. So nice. And lastly, a fiction book that I haven't read anything by Joe Abercrombie, and I have wanted to, and this is one of his standalone books, and I've had it for a little while, so I would really like to give his reading a go. And it looks wintry because of the snowflake sword, and I love that. So I'm hoping to read Half a King by Joe Abercrombie before the end of the year to kind of see if I like the writing style, the more brutal fantasy stuff. So that's what I got for that. The next question is there a book that I think could still shock me and become my favorite before the end of the year? I don't know. I have read a lot of good books this year, and I've also read a lot of mediocre books and only a few bad ones. So I'm pretty sure that I think I could love like The Lost Metal I'm talking about, and I'm getting Legends and Lattes and Babel for Christmas. So Babel the new book by R.F. Kuang. So I'm thinking I could really love both of those books, but all of these are like books I don't own yet, so I'm not even sure if I'll officially get to reading them. I'm hoping I'm gonna get to read all of them, but usually December is a busy month of the year for me, so we'll see how much reading I actually get done. The final question is how I already started making reading plans for the new year. So unpictured on this bottom shelf, just out of frame, is a bunch of books that I'm excited to read soon. All of that is unread, and then there's a bunch of books over in that direction that are unread. So obviously, like, the plans I've made of books I want to read soon are things that are like wintry vibes. So they're all like right behind me on display for me to stare at and hopefully get a chance to read. So my only reading plan, I think, for the new year is to really stop buying books. And I know I say that a lot, but there's physically no more space in my office. So I'm hoping that motivates me to stop buying books. That's all I got. I hope, I encourage all of you to answer the questions down below about what you are excited about reading before the end of the year and what you're looking forward to reading in the new year. Sending fall vibes and happiness everyone's way. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.